Hey everyone, this is Bo from the My server. I'm here to do a video on the new permanent additions that just got added to Mabinogi. These permanent additions are basically the Homestead Migration / mining, the AP skill training, and of course the pet bookmarking. Easy stuff, guys, so let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to cover is the Homestead Migration and Mining. If you guys look at the Mabinogi website, you'll see that they've added a new We Haul Homestead Ticket permanent addition to the cash shop. This item will allow you to change your environment on your homestead from, let's say, the desert to the tundra, snowy tundra in Physis. So if you guys want to change your homestead, you guys can do that now. Keep in mind that you have restrictions for some things that get transferred. So for example, environment specific homestead props will be converted to the props appropriate to the new homestead. So if you guys got like snowman in your tundra and you try to transfer over to a desert, you're not going to be able to bring those items over. It's going to be changed to the appropriate item. Also, you need to be alone in your homestead in order to change your homestead. So you can't really have anybody watching you, you can't have items dropped or in the process of being installed on your homestead. So do keep that in mind when you guys are transferring your homestead. Now for the Homestead Stone Mining Permit, it is a new addition to the shop that grants you some extra homestead stones as you log in. When you first use the ticket, you're going to immediately get 130 homestead stones, and after that, for the next 29 days, you're going to get 30 more homestead stones. So yes, you actually do have to log in to claim these stones. You don't actually have to mine anything. For this ticket, just keep in mind that you might have to relog or change channels if you're one of those people that kind of have your shop and you AFK and you never close your computer. So yeah, that's one thing you have to do. And also, this ticket, if you log in every day for your homestead stones, it should give you a maximum of 1,000 homestead stones possible. But enough talk about this, let's actually see the move happen. Now I'm actually really excited about this because I've been waiting to finally change my homestead into a snowy tundra in the Physis. So here I am, I'm going to change my homestead to Physis here instead of Ulad. Goodbye Ulad, this is the last time you guys are going to see my homestead in a nice grassy area. Now as you can see, it's basically just like how you create your homestead for the first time. You just choose a location and then you choose the name of your homestead. So I guess you can rename your homestead again. Not like it matters too much on the name, but I'm going to keep it the way it is and go ahead and create my move. So this is what happens, guys. Little moving cinematic perhaps. Oh yeah, cinematic. Alright, so this is basically what happens when you move. You'll see your character kind of like, alright, get the heck out of here. Goodbye. Get out, little memories. All my stuff is gone. What the heck? I really hope it doesn't become a blank snowy area and I have to re-plop down all my stuff again. So here I am, moving from Ulad to Physis. And oh god, please let my stuff be back the way it was. Oh, yes it is. So that's how it looks like. All your stuff will get transferred back, except, you know, items that are, I guess, environment bounded will not. Unfortunately, as you guys can see here, my fences all lost their paint job. What the heck? And I believe it's because the snowy effect on my fences here doesn't really have that effect in Ulad, of course, so it's considered as one of the items that couldn't get transferred over, which is kind of dumb. Next on, just saying. But other than that, everything seems to be just the way it was. I didn't really have anything lost or missing. Movers did a great job putting my stuff back the way it was, except for the fences. God dang it. Everything looks to be in place. All my herbs are the way it was. I'm trying to make sure this is not some sort of glitchy project. You know, you gotta test everything out, right, guys? There's my little, my stand. There it is. Nice. Everything's in order. Big white fields. I feel like my homestead just got bigger, but I think that's just the look of it. You know, anything white makes everything seem bigger, yeah? So let's go down my my walkway here. all in order. Everything's all in order. Nothing seems to be off except for the fact that my fences no longer are black or white. So that's gonna be something I have to fix up. As you can see, my little tent is gone now, and now I have my igloo instead. So that's a thing. And that's what I meant when I said when they transfer items over, you know, certain things won't be there anymore. Things like your tents, your snowman, certain street lights will be different. So yeah, just keep that in mind. At least I got some of the paint job on some of the stuff that got transferred. So that's cool. And that's basically how the transfer worked, guys. Now, as for the homestead mining permit ticket, if you guys don't know what a homestead stone is, it's basically something that you get from mining this little homestead stone pile. So technically you guys can actually get these stones freely, so there's really no need to have a permit, because you can just craft this stone straight from your construction list here somewhere, if I can find it. But this permit, what it does, it gets you some free extra homestead stones on top of that. So if you guys are in desperate need of more homestead stones, or you're just too lazy to mine your homestead stones, this will give you guys some extra stones. So basically, once you use the permit, you'll get 130 stones, and after that, when you log in the next day, you'll get 30 stones. And basically it's gonna look something like this, where it's gonna have a little notification pop up saying like, yeah, you got your stones for today. If only Advanced Play did that, but no. Alright, and now on to our next subject, which is the AP skill training and pet bookmarking. This one I actually kind of like, guys. And what it is basically you can now train your skills with AP, and you can organize your pets in its own tab. So this is pretty cool. Let's go on with the AP skill training first. If you guys go to the Mabinogi website, you'll see this post here. And basically what it is, you can now spend your AP to train your skills. Really easy now, right? You will, however, need to have 30 out of 100 training in the skill itself in order to start using the AP on it. And there are some skills that can't be trained with AP, so these are the skills you can't train: transformation, Palalin stuff, Shine of Iweka, Breath of Ladeka, all that stuff, Spirit Awakening, Crusader skills. So those are one things you might want to keep in mind. And also now they have this thing called a Training EXP Boost. You can see on the bottom of your skill list, it shows you the Training EXP Boost. And what it is basically, let's say when you're leveling your current level to 1 to 99, you're not going to have much of any change at all for the skill training. But once you hit 100, you will get an extra 50% training boost to your talent. Once you max out to 200, you'll get 100% training EXP, which is basically 2 times training EXP on top of your talent. So it's like 4 times training. So that's kind of neat, I guess, but in my opinion, I don't think I'll ever get to 200 just to train my skills. Now for the pet bookmarking, this one is actually really nice. You can create your own tab and put whatever pet you want in each tab. So it helps you organize your pets a little bit more, makes it a little bit easier to find things, I guess, or to summon certain pets. So I really like this feature, guys. So let's take a look at how to do this one. Alright, so if you guys go to your game and you open your pet window, you guys should be able to see a new little addition to your pet window on the top where all the tabs are at. It'll be a little plus button. I've already created some tabs for you guys just to show you guys an example. So this is basically my little organized list here. Maybe I'll add more later, who knows. So I've organized it by materials so I can easily access all my pets, you know, holding materials. My money pets, my pets that heal me, you know, all the clouds, my pets that stun for my combat needs. So, you know, however you guys want to organize it is really up to you. To do this, you have to pretty much go to your pet, your just original pet tab, click on the pet you want, and then click on favorites. This is how you guys can throw in which pet you want in each tab category by clicking assign to tab. You can also click on favorites to create your tab. to rename your tab or delete your tab. So those are the little features for you guys. So I know this is a known issue, guys, to rename your tab. Nexon apparently is gonna fix it, hopefully, cross fingers. But for now, for a temporary fix, if you guys want to rename your tab, you're gonna have to actually press Control A to highlight your name, I guess, that's already been made. So that's what it's gonna do. If you press Control A and then you just press delete or backspace or whatever, and it'll remove that. So that's how you guys can rename it until they fix that issue. So that is what they talked about with the known issue for the pet bookmarking. Now, as for moving your tabs around, I really don't think there is an option to do that. I tried dragging tabs around, it doesn't work. So unfortunately, there probably really isn't an option to move your tabs around if you guys didn't like the order of it. The only thing I can think about is you might have to go back to your menu and look at your list and kind of either rename them and change the pets, or delete them and just make another one. So yeah, I mean, moving the tabs around is not much of a big deal, really. But a really neat feature about this pet tab is, if you guys are very familiar using Pet Hotkeys, for me, I like to set my hotkeys to the numpad, you know, the number pad on the right side of my keyboard. So basically, if I press 1 on the numpad, it's going to summon my pet, and 2 and 3 and so on. So basically here, if you want to change what summons with your hotkey through a specific tab, you can actually click on the tab you want and click on that little checkbox there that says assign tab to favorites hotkey. So you just check on that, and what that is gonna do is it's gonna allow you to summon that specific tab instead of your original pet hotkeys. So that's kind of nice. You just click on that, and then you can summon those pets instead with your hotkeys. Just remember to uncheck it if you want to go back to your original hotkeys, you know, the way it was in the first list. So that's how you can go back to the original one. So that's kind of neat. If you guys are doing certain things and you need certain pets on a certain tab, you can switch it around with the hotkeys. And that is basically the pet bookmarking feature. Now let's go on ahead to the AP skill training one. This one's pretty easy and kind of noticeable. If you guys go to your skill list, you'll see that there might be some buttons that say AP train on them. If it's grayed out, that means it either is got some restrictions on them, like it's not trained enough, 30 out of 100, so you have to train it a little bit more. Obviously, you can see right here, this one I can't train. Some of them don't have buttons because maybe you either already maxed it out to 1, or it is already capped at its level. But there are some that actually say that you can train them. So when you click on that button, you'll be able to see, you know, the options you can put training into. So it's very similar to the Brionac. If you guys use that one, you can choose which one you want to train. The difference between the Brionac and AP train is that you can actually do the AP train as much as you want, max out a skill. As long as you have 30 out of 100 on training, you can max out the skill in that single day if you wanted to. There's no limitations, whereas the Brionac has that 1 day limitation use on it. Now, as for the formula in terms of how much AP you have to spend in order to rank up a skill, it's really hard to say because I believe it's different for each skill. I haven't tested it out because most of my skills I cannot rank anyway, so unless somebody has an answer for that, please leave them in the comments below. But so far, from what I've noticed, at a higher rank, like rank 2, you know, 3, like that, you don't get as much training as you do compared to ranking it up from a lower rank, like D or something like that. So that's what I noticed. So for example, I ranked up my sheep sharing at a really low rank. It only costed me 1 AP and I had a huge jump in training, whereas Snapcast at a higher rank costed me a little bit more AP, but it only trained me a little bit of training points. So basically, in summary, you guys are going to spend a lot more AP at a higher rank than at a lower rank. The only tip I can offer you guys is to make sure you check which skill you are training, because obviously you don't want to overtrain and pass the amount needed. There are some I guess categories that train a lot more points and will cost a little bit more AP, whereas others would, you know, train a little bit but cost less AP. So all categories are different when you choose them. Just make sure you calculate that and try to consider which one you need more over, so you don't, you know, waste your AP, I guess. But yeah, if you guys want to know my opinion, I think this is actually a pretty nice feature, very friendly to a lot of newer players who have a hard time training certain categories. I mean, it's not like the Brionac where you have to train at least a certain amount of points in this specific category just to rank it up. You just need to have 30 points in general for that skill to allow you to train in it. So that makes it way more easier. I know there are times where people train a certain skill and then they get stuck and then they can never progress or rank it up because of that one skill they can just never pass. I mean, one category they can never pass. Cough, cough, getting diamonds for metal conversion. But, you know, this allows you guys to now just train your skills with AP, which is definitely easily attainable because you can just rebirth and get more AP and do shadow missions, get AP coupons, and so on. So AP is like always there for you guys, so it's pretty nice. And that is basically my video on the new additions to Mabinogi. Feel free to leave some comments below if I forgot anything, and enjoy the new homestead look if you guys decide to change it. Thanks you guys for watching, and like always, stay awesome. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Thanks a lot, Nexon, for completely nerfing Bard behind our backs when it didn't even need to be. I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed, but ever since the update, Bard casting times have been a little bit annoying because the buff doesn't show up until slightly bit later. I mean, it's probably something some of you guys don't notice, but it is actually a big thing in certain combat situations, and it's been annoying as heck. And according to Nexon, it's something that we have to deal with because it's supposed to be like that when only NA has this issue. I don't know about you guys, but it's more of a setback than an improvement. If you guys are going to do something like this, at least make the servers better and less laggier. Anyways, that's my 2 cents, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome, unlike Nexon.